everyone, and welcome to the City of Edmonton's Mayor's Awards on behalf of the Accessibility Advisory Committee. Can we have a hand for that? I'm Sue Lingo. I'm the health reporter for Global News, and I'm so honored to be your MC again this year. I think this is my 4th year for the Mayor's Awards, and it's always so much fun. It's a great group of people. It's always inspiring, so I hope you love some of the stories that come out of here tonight as much as I do. Global TV, along with other community sponsors like Shaw TV, support Edmontonians who make a difference in our region, big or small. We hope that this evening's inspiring stories will motivate others to make a difference and break down the barriers faced by people with disabilities. Now, before we start our official program, we'd like to acknowledge that we are standing on Treaty 6 territory, and we thank the ancestors and First Peoples for allowing us to be here tonight, as we are all beneficiaries of Treaty 6. We also acknowledge the significant contributions of Aboriginal peoples to the past, present, and future of Edmonton. So, let's get this started. It is my pleasure to introduce Shelley Thompson, Chair of the Accessibility Advisory Committee. Shelley.
Thank you very much, Sue Lee. It is a pleasure to be here tonight to recognize and to applaud the effects of those who are making Edmonton an inclusive and accessible city every day. Being inclusive means recognizing, supporting, and celebrating all the ways in which people are unique individuals. Understanding and making use of accessibility principles within our communities is essential to foster inclusion. Accessibility opens the doors for everyone. It gives everyone an equal chance to participate fully in everything our city has to offer. In previous years, our committee of volunteers was called the Advisory Board on Services for People with Disabilities. We wanted a new name that would focus on what people are able to do when accessibility is built in from the very start. At this year's event, we are pleased to launch the branding of our new name, the Accessibility Advisory Committee. Edmonton City Council approved the name change a few months ago, and we are happy to showcase this exciting change here tonight. The role and mandate of the Accessibility Advisory Committee has not changed. We believe that by changing disability to accessibility, we are better reflecting the committee's spirit and intent. Our new logo embodies 3 dynamic, healthy, and motivated figures. Each figure represents a form of action with secondary focus on the respective disability, truly emphasizing and supporting our approach of person first, disability second. I'm very excited to let you know that the high-level bridge will be lit up this evening in our new logo colors of purple, blue, and orange. This is to celebrate. This is, of course, to celebrate our name change in the Mayor's Awards. On your way home this evening, I encourage all of you to take it in, and if possible, to take pictures, because we would love to have you send them to us. Now, all of tonight's nominees have excelled in making inclusion a priority. From the jobs and volunteer opportunities they create for people with disabilities, to the services they provide to citizens and the buildings and homes they design, each nominee puts great value in the quality of life for others. For this reason, we salute all the nominees tonight. Through their efforts, Edmonton is becoming a better place. On behalf of the advisory, see, it's a new name change and I always get it wrong. On behalf of the Accessibility Advisory Committee, I would like to thank Mayor Iveson and City Council for their ongoing encouragement of their work. Without their support, our awards, which is in its 19th year, would not be the success it is. A big thank you to Councillor Knack for coming tonight in place of Mayor Iveson, who was not able to make it. Thank you very much, Councillor Knack. I would also like to thank the volunteer selection and site visit committees. Every year we receive an outstanding amount of nominees that our volunteers must go through and evaluate. I would like to thank all of them for their time and dedication. Thank you to Shaw TV. Shaw has produced the videos of all the nominees which have been aired on Shaw for the past week. The winners' videos have also been produced with Shaw and will be shown as each award is presented. Thank you, Shaw, for your generous contribution to our community. And lastly, thank you to Global TV and our wonderful MC this evening, Su-Ling Go. Thank you. I will now turn things over to Su-Ling for the award presentations. Enjoy the evening, everyone, and thank you so very much for coming out.
Very nice. Thanks, Shelley. I really like the new name. I really like it, and I think it says a lot about this committee. That's great. Now, Edmonton's mayor and city council have been very supportive, as you've heard, of the Accessibility Advisory Committee's initiatives. They understand how important it is to include people from all walks of life in shaping our city, and we thank them for all their hard work in making Edmonton such a wonderful and inclusive place to call home. And with that, I would now like to invite Councillor Andrew Knack to bring greetings from the City of Edmonton and to help present the awards. Councillor Knack.
Well, good evening, everyone. I always feel like when I'm replacing the mayor, I should bring a chair and just stand up so much higher. So much shorter than him, it's depressing. Well, thank you so much for having me this evening, everyone. It is my pleasure. Thank you. I'll take that chair when you come up later. It's my pleasure to be here on behalf of Mayor Iveson and the rest of City Council to help present the 2015 Mayor's Awards. I wanted to start by recognizing a few of my council colleagues who are here tonight. Councillor Ben Henderson and Councillor Amarjeet Sohi are joining us. Thank you so much. We're also fortunate to be joined by MP Linda Duncan right here. Thank you for coming. And we've got 4 new people here. And I was thinking, like, 2 weeks into the job, they've already decided to start coming to events. I was thinking 2 weeks into when I got elected, I don't think I showed up to anything because I just spent all my time reading. So I want to thank and welcome MLA-elect Richard Feehan, who's here. MLA-elect Dr. Bob Turner. MLA-elect Heather Sweet. And finally, MLA-elect Chris Nielsen. Thank you all so much for coming. And like I said, don't you have reading to do right now? Isn't there something else to be doing? Thank you so much. It's so I appreciate you coming here. So, as you probably all know, Edmonton is a city that prides itself on its diversity. We welcome people of all ages, cultures, religions, and abilities. And we're working to create a city that's even more open and inclusive and recognizes and rewards the contributions of everyone who helped make that possible. So one of the ways the city is trying to accomplish this goal is by using our diversity and inclusion framework that's meant to help attract, engage, and retain a workforce that is as diverse as the communities we serve. We're very fortunate to have some fantastic people within the City of Edmonton who helped to create the Abilities at Work program. And that was a partnership with 6 other local organizations designed to employ people with intellectual disabilities in part-time jobs at the City of Edmonton. And to date, this program now has 25 people participating throughout various departments in the City of Edmonton. And to continue improving upon our inclusion practices, we rely very, very heavily on the newly named Accessibility Advisory Committee. Yes, I got it right the first time, I was hoping. Although I did write it down, to be fair, so I wouldn't forget. Thanks, of course, to everyone involved with the committee, because you've helped develop our Measuring Up toolkit, which is a self-assessment guide and resources to help individuals and organizations become more accessible. And we continue to rely on partnerships like these to achieve our collective vision of a more vibrant, innovative, and of course, inclusive city. But of course, tonight we are here really to celebrate. We've got a lot of fantastic nominees to celebrate who have really helped make us and help us achieve that vision. They do a very impressive range of activities to promote inclusive communities. We have some that operate businesses or offer services that are accessible to people of all abilities. We have some that employ people with disabilities or who provide services to help these individuals get and keep jobs. We have some that design or operate barrier-free buildings. And we have some who are living with disabilities themselves and who are using those experiences to advocate for a better, more inclusive Edmonton. So on behalf of Mayor Don Iveson, Councillors Amarjeet Sohi and Ben Henderson, who are about to join me on stage here to help present the awards, I'd like to thank all of the nominees as well as everyone involved with the Accessibility Advisory Committee for your hard work and dedication to make Edmonton a city where we can all grow, prosper, and celebrate together. Thank you for having me and enjoy the evening.
Thank you so much, Councillor Knack. It's really great to have you here tonight. And with so many great nominees, again, this year the selection committee was given the super tough task of choosing just one for each category, which is a pretty good sign, they say, of how inclusive our city is. So can we please applaud all the nominees tonight for their hard work? Thank you all so much. And without further ado, shall we announce some winners? You ready to hear? Yeah, I think we should. We begin with the Mayor's Award for Outstanding Service. This award is presented to individuals, organizations, or businesses that provide inclusive services to persons with disabilities. Recipients are chosen based on criteria, including sensitivity, respect, and innovations that have significantly improved the lives of people with disabilities. And Quinn, may I have the drums, please? Nice, hey? We got Quinn, that's awesome. The Mayor's Award for Outstanding Service goes to... That was good. Northwest Scuba Ventures Limited.
It's just, there's no pressure on your body, and you just go with the fish, you float, and it's fantastic.
We took a program with HSA, which is Handicapped Scuba Association, and it was a great opportunity to see how to teach people with disabilities, you know, because just because somebody has a disability doesn't mean they can't scuba dive. So, and it's neat to see them when they can actually try it. I'm very proud with the fact that I don't say no. I always try to find a way to do the programs. I try to show people the fun enjoyment that they can have. It's a passion of mine. I've been teaching almost 30 years now, and I'm actually having more fun today than I've ever, because we've opened the door to other opportunities to make it more fun.
They handle it really, really good, yeah. I recommend them to anybody, any disability at all. Come see Ken and the boys.
We didn't expect this. We're not doing this for the publicity. We're doing it because we like doing it, and you know, it makes us proud that we were nominated.
From beginners to experienced veterans, all scuba and snorkeling skill levels have always been welcomed at Northwest Scuba, but owner Ken Holliday and his extraordinary team still wanted to do more. On their own, the team obtained specialized certification to be able to provide scuba diving programs for clients who have high levels of physical disabilities, making all participants feel weightless and free under the water. As one of the top 5 diving centers in Canada, Northwest Scuba has opened a whole new door for people with disabilities to try something they might have seen as impossible before. Congratulations, Ken. Come on up, please say a few words.
Very honored to receive this tonight. We really try to give people the opportunity to try something that a lot of people have said no. I've watched Jack, who was in the picture. The video was fantastic. We've actually certified him. He's dove in Florida, and it's a great achievement, and I love what we do. I hate to, like I say, I hate to say no to people. So, thank you.
We're good for picture. Okay, you're off the hook. That's so great. Congratulations to Ken and Northwest Scuba. So great. What a great program. All right, our next award category is Universal Design and Architecture. These awards are given to project teams or architects whose buildings demonstrate creative sensitivity toward the needs of persons with disabilities. The selection committee chooses recipients based on their adherence to the City of Edmonton's checklist for accessibility and universal design, the Alberta Building Code, and the Barrier-Free Design Guide. The selection committee for this category visited the various sites or homes and produced a site assessment. Now, the Mayor's Award for Universal Design in Architecture, Quinn, my man, in the residential category goes to, I'm too slow, keep going, Quinn. I'm not that fast. Okay. Celebration Homes and homeowners Joel and Amanda Klein.
The best part of this home is freedom. There's really no other word for it.
The universal design aspects of the home come out in a couple ways. The elevator, of course, is central, so that gives access to every part of the house. But then we're able to drop the house in the landscape so that there are no steps at the front door, no steps in the garage.
I have my own little space in the kitchen where I've got access to the fridge and to a cupboard with stuff that I need, and wide hallways, bathrooms that are big enough, and there's just, I could go on for a long time.
That was one of the most fun parts of this project, was setting things exactly within reaching distance in a comfortable way for the occupant.
The key component was that place to put the elevator, and that it was right beside the stairs, which was important to us, and that Joel would be able to go up and down along the same path that we would.
Physical energy and anxiety, and it's all gone because we have this elevator in our house.
Beautiful homes. Celebration Homes is a local home builder that specializes in custom designs and provides the best possible home building experience. The Klein family was seeking a builder to incorporate the everyday life necessities with a special twist. With Mr. Klein's neurodegenerative disorder as a hurdle, the family was hoping to have a home that would aid his mobility requirements and still allow him to access the entire home. With the creative minds at Celebration Home, they were able to create a true family, two-story, walkout-style home where Mr. Klein has access to every part, just like every other family member. Congratulations.
This is a really special thing that we like doing for clients, and it's really neat to see some recognition out of it. But I think I wish I could have my whole team here, because this was a really participatory thing that everybody got involved with, from the very first steps of design to the last little bits of getting the homeowner moved in and trying to clock in the accurate locations for his shelving and his grab bars. It was a really team-focused project that all of my people got involved with, and so on their behalf, we're very proud to receive this. Thank you.
There's one right here. We can move it. Can we switch it over to the other mic?
I think we're good. Hello. Well, this is exciting. Thank you to Celebration Homes for making this possible. Thank you to the, oh, I can't see the sign, Accessibility Advisory Committee. As part of our journey here with having this home built, there was a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. And the very first time I rode in the elevator, I have to admit I totally broke down, because yeah, all the anxiety was going to disappear from, or some of the anxiety was going to disappear from our home life. And people that know us will ask us, oh, so how's the house? And it's really just unbelievable. That's really the only thing I can say, the fact that we can get around and there's less difficulties, and it's a good place to be. So thank you to Celebration Homes. Ron Wickman, you were also part of that too, so thank you for your help with that too, and thanks for everybody here.
Our next award in, again, the category Universal Design in Architecture, but this time in a facility or dwelling designed around persons with disabilities. And that award goes to Quinn. Nice. Ron Wickman, architect, and Carola Cunningham, executive director with Niganan Housing Ventures for Ambrose Place.
There's more room, more support for me here. And it's beautiful. It's nice. I enjoy the help here. It's way fulfilling in every way I could think of.
Ambrose Place is a 42 apartment unit that has been designed for homeless people. The concept was to give a place where people could still have safe, affordable housing and have the supports that they need to be able to function.
We required 5 adaptable suites, but again, the client knew that there would likely be a lot of residents who had some mobility issues, so we went with 10. One of the main features of this project being 42 suites, all 42 suites have bathrooms, and all 42 bathrooms have curbless shower areas, which means somebody could stand in the shower, somebody could wheel in the wheelchair in the shower and use it just the same.
It allows people that are in wheelchairs or walkers much more autonomous living.
So for a project like this, already, even though it's only been open a few months, already I've been able to meet some of the residents that were living in really frankly terrible conditions, and now they're here. They have what feels like a home.
when Niiganan Housing Adventures and Ron Wickman sat down to talk about Ambrose Place, the word accessibility was always part of the conversation. With housing for those who are seeking a safe and affordable place, Ambrose Place puts a roof over the heads of homeless individuals and people of Indigenous descent. More than just housing, the team also put into place practical strategies that help residents reduce the negative consequences of drugs, alcoholism, and mental illness by focusing on improving each resident's quality of life and educating clients in a non-judgmental light. Congratulations.
Tansei. Okay. Bonjour. Good evening. I'm very honored to be here and accept this award on behalf of my board and the chair of our board and all our staff. We've only been open for 6 months, and we opened our doors on November 21st because we wanted to get the homeless people shelter before the snow fell. And we filled up in 2 months, and we have a wait list of 285 people. So there's a huge need for projects like this, and it's a wonderful place. I invite you at any time to come and have a look at it and talk to the residents and enjoy a cup of coffee with us. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm the son of a politician, and this project took over 10 years to complete, so I could go on, but I won't. It just addresses 2 issues for me that are extremely important. One, obviously, is accessibility, and the other is homelessness. And this was quite the ride, and I think the challenge often was more in the area of homelessness than it was with the accessibility, but I'm so pleased that the client saw the universalness of accessible features. So thanks again. I really appreciate it.
And congratulations to Niiganan Housing Ventures and Ron Wickman for this very inclusive residence that the City of Edmonton can truly be proud of. It sounds really unique. Good for you. Our next award category honors employers, businesses, or organizations that have provided opportunities and support for employment for persons with disabilities. Recipients in this category are chosen based on accommodation, integration, and recognition of employees with disabilities, as well as the education of all employees on disability issues. And without further ado, the award recipient in the category under paid employment goes to, right on cue, Maymuit, Canada Western Limited.
This is my job right here. This is my job, and I love it.
This is the first experience that we have with inclusive hiring. It was suggested by one of our managers who was in charge of setting up a recycling program, and he suggested that we would investigate working with organizations that supply work for people with disabilities. We are a sustainable company, and it fits well within our people, planet, profit philosophy.
Like, I'm doing recycling for garbages. It's like it's good for me to do it. So it's like I'm good to work on it.
Junaid is a very friendly person, very enthusiastic. He's always willing to help people, whether that's by holding the door or giving them a piece of advice on whatever the matter may be.
Like, we were playing it like a joke with all the guys inside the shops. Like, we just we didn't do it. So it's like so that's the jokes we were playing.
Having fun, making jokes, having a good time. Who did it? I didn't do it. He did it. And then all the time we did that. 2, 3, we're done!
Okay, that looks like a fun place to work. Meymoit is an international company that specializes in hoisting and transporting heavy objects. As a part of its commitment to be part of the communities they operate in, the company contacted Chrysalis, a local organization that helps individuals with disabilities to achieve their employment goals. So Meymoit filled 3 full-time positions in the waste management and recycling program, 2 with individuals with disabilities, and a 3rd position for a community disability professional. The new employees are treated like all other employees and handle the same tasks with small modifications to ensure a safe and inclusive atmosphere for all. The enthusiasm these individuals have brought to Meymoit has made a positive impact on the entire team. Congratulations.
It's an honor as Mahmoud, and at the same time, it's very humbling to receive this award. We believe that there's a role for everybody in this world. Exploring each other's abilities leads to new opportunities. And we are very thankful for the help we've received from Chrysalis, so that Junaid, Bill, and Mark can be an integral part of Mahmoud's diverse workforce. Their enthusiasm brings a positive impact on all of us. One of our values is perform as a team, building on each other's strengths and stepping up when help is needed. We are proud to move as one.
Thank you, everybody, for coming, for helping us. So thank you.
I'm very sorry I got that name wrong. Mahmoud. Congratulations to Mahmoud. Thank you for being here. Honestly, it sounds like a super fun place to work. I'm glad to see those guys having a lot of fun. Now, the final award category this evening is the Ewan Nelson Self-Advocacy Award. This recognizes the contributions of individuals with a disability that have been a self-advocate in the development of services and supports for citizens with disabilities. The award was named in honor of Ewan Nelson. Ewan suffered a spinal cord injury in 1980 and lived with quadriplegia for over 25 years. During that time, he became well known as a self-advocate who contributed significantly to the development of services in the city of Edmonton as a private citizen through his work at the University of Alberta and as a board member and then chair of the Advisory Board on Services for Persons with Disabilities. Now, sadly, Ewan passed away on January 5th of 2006. In October of 2006, Edmonton City Council approved a Mayor's Award for the Ewan Nelson Self-Advocacy Award. And this year's recipient is Quinn. It's a little extra suspense there. Well worth it. Dr. Louise Miller.
Nobody knows what it's like to be in a wheelchair. I mean, you have to be in a wheelchair, and you have to be and know you can't stand. So there's our board. The Spinal Cord Injury Treatment Centre Society, SCITS, try to create opportunities for people with disabilities. Let me tell you about functional electrical stimulation. I managed to get it into the Saville Centre. There's about 30-odd plus people there, and they're over there exercising on their own, same as anybody else, with their family, when they want, at what time they want. The rewalk is specifically for people with spinal cord injury. Denny, who's our rewalker, I mean, he quit work to do it. And in order to do it, you need to have the mindset of an athlete, or don't bother, because it's 5 steps forward, 10 back. Really don't look forward, and I really don't look back. I just sit right where I am and look at what needs to be done. My satisfaction comes up from creating another option that people have. So you don't have to do anything, right? It's just there, but if it's not there, you can't do it, can you?
Her nominator describes Dr. Louise Miller as a feisty and tenacious individual, a passionate and committed advocate, and a community volunteer. And anyone who has met Dr. Miller knows that is very true. Alongside her husband, John, Dr. Miller co-founded the Spinal Cord Injury Treatment Center Society in 1987. And continually shows her passion for improving the quality of life for individuals living with spinal cord injuries. Through raising awareness and funds, she has broken through countless barriers for all individuals with any disability. Dr. Miller is a mentor to many younger individuals in our community, helping them articulate their own skills to set goals, make decisions, and take responsibility for their lives. From working with the University of Alberta, the Glen Rose Rehabilitation Hospital, the YMCA, and the City of Edmonton, to name just a few, her relentless dedication and passion for inclusion has always shined through. Thank you so much, Dr. Miller, for your constant devotion to making Edmonton an inclusive city. Congratulations.
Indeed, I just wondered if you understood a word I said there. I want to thank the committee, and I want to thank Isabel Henderson for nominating me. I didn't find out who did it until tonight, but it was very nice, thank you. And I also want to thank my husband, because every time I get involved in anything, it's always 2 for 1, right? We kind of got a team going here. Now, I just want you to bear with me for a few minutes, because I want to give some credit just for the committee itself. So in, let me see here, 1987, the first chair of the City of Advisory Board, which is the old name, was 1989, and Mayor Mandel, past president, Advisory Board. So this is who I was given this when it was the 20th year I invited to speak. So everything has to start somewhere. So the Citizens Task Force for Physically Disabled Persons was established by Edmonton City Council, March the 11th, 1986, following a motion by then Councillor Percy Wickman, his father. So following that motion, to advise the Mayor and Council on the needs of the physically disabled community in Edmonton and how city services could be improved to meet those needs. So I got elected as the chair at the first meeting of the task force. It was very exciting, but somewhat daunting for the 10 appointees. We established subcommittees that were charged with very specific areas to research and bring their findings and recommendations to the committee as a whole. Twice monthly meetings at the time. Due to the enormity of the task, they were encouraged to include other people from the public with knowledge and expertise to the subcommittees. We met for over a year and presented the final report to Council December 18th, 1987. Now, the report contained 62 recommendations based on the input from over 150 associations, groups, individuals, the disabled community, and members of the administration. The report was then circulated to all civic departments for review and comment. Of great importance was the first recommendation. It was to recommend to Council a policy statement with respect to municipal services for the disabled, and second, that the City of Edmonton establish an advisory committee for services for physically disabled persons. Both of these recommendations were accepted. In 1988, I continued to consult with administration to set up the structure of what was to be the City of Edmonton Advisory Board until Councillor Jan Reimer at the time moved to widen the role to include all disabilities and became an all-encompassing board. So in 1989, the appointed members met. I was elected as the first chair for the 2 3-year terms, and I felt very honoured and privileged to be given the opportunity to now address the remaining 60 recommendations. So it wasn't a hard job to do because everything we did was the first time, right? So you get a lot of feedback, you feel very satisfied. So the successes were due to the knowledge, skills, and commitment of each and every subsequent board member over the 6-year period. And this included from city staff, departments, council, everybody. As I recall, we managed to address all of the 60. There is one thing that stood out, which is a little bit of advice of the present council, and that is, in a nutshell, the council of the day gave us clout. After all, it's only advisory. So when the managers of the various city departments would take an item to council or one of their committees, they would be asked by council members, did you ask the advisory board first? Had they not done so, they were sent right back and they had to do it. So they very quickly learned that just come to us first. So that definitely gave us some clout. I don't know if this continues today, but it works, let me tell you. So, back me up here. Thus, eventually, the board became knowledgeable, our input was valued, and we became part of the decision-making process as a member of the team, and it was excellent. Last thing I'm going to say is, it became very much harder and more difficult for the subsequent board members, the chairs, and everybody. Why? Because we were doing everything new. It was all in place. But as soon as a member of the staff, managers, departments, whoever, left after we trained them and they were knowledgeable, we were back to zero. So that means that subsequent boards then had to really stay on top of everything. And so initially it was great, we all got consulted. Afterwards, it's easy to slide something in there, and not intentionally, but it's not noticed until people start complaining it's no longer accessible. So I thank everybody who's been involved since I was in it. And when the change of the name came, I have to tell you, I got a little upset. I got upset not because of the name change, but I got upset in case the committee and the work was being reduced to less than what it was. But I was assured by the chair at the time, Louise Taylor, who said, don't worry, Louise, your baby's in safe hands. So I thank everybody, and it takes everybody to do this, you know. We're there, and you never know from one second to the other whether you're going to be walking or sitting, and you don't have a choice. So it's very, very important. I thank you very much indeed. It was lovely to see Suling again. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay. I can always talk.
And my hair stole her glasses. Congratulate Louise Miller, everyone. Such an amazing woman. I think that is a pretty good rule of thumb, that if you need something done, you just go to Louise first. I think that's pretty accurate right there. Louise, did you remember all those facts just off the top of your head? That's amazing. Well, I know, but you wrote, that's incredible. Good for you. Is that right? She did some research. All right, well, it's been a great night. Congratulations to all of the nominees and recipients for your outstanding contributions in our community. You have all helped, award or not, all helped improve the lives of people with disabilities in Edmonton and helped to spread awareness of inclusivity. So let's give everyone a huge round of applause for being here tonight. Now, the videos of all nominees can be viewed on Shaw TV's website. You can go to Shaw TV Edmonton on YouTube and search for the AAC Mayor's Awards 2015. There are also sheets inside the programs this evening, and they're available at the reception desk as well. So, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm Su-Ling Goh from Global. It was an absolute pleasure to be your MC again this year, and I hope that you will invite me back next year for these always great awards. Thank you so much.